Professor Yewale Tomori is a professor of virology. He's with us now. He joins us virtually. Thank you for joining us on the program. Always good to have you. Let's start from the position in Edo State and what a few countries are doing as well, insisting on compulsory vaccination. What are your thoughts on this policy of vaccine mandate?
Thank you very much. I think the countries that are doing it have ensured that the vaccines are available to their people. You have access to the vaccine. If we don't have access to vaccine with what we are having here, I think that their rule is premature. I think the first thing the government needs to do is to ensure that the people have the vaccines. And it is only when you refuse, when the vaccine is available, when you refuse to take it, then you can bring in your mandate. Before then, you're putting the cart before the horse. What is the government doing to ensure that the vaccines are available to everybody who needs it? That's the question we'll be asking. I mean, I have nothing against the mandate, but it should be only after you are sure to work.
Prof, if to get to herd immunity for a country like Nigeria, we'll need to vaccinate over 100 million people, how long do you think it will take us to get there at our current speed?
At the rate we're going, if we don't do better than we're doing, it's going to take us forever. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but yes. Yeah, as I was saying, I said we need 100 million doses. I think we've got about 10 million in the country so far. About 2 million people have been vaccinated, according to them. So we're looking for almost another 100 million to go out of 111. And if at the rate we're buying the vaccines, it's going to take us forever to get to that so-called herd immunity. What's the government doing? They should give us information. How many vaccine doses are they getting? When are they going to get it? Then we can be able to say, by this time, we will get there. They're appealing to everybody now, which is the right thing, the churches and all. Get vaccinated. But do you have the vaccines when these people come out to ask for the vaccines?
Still on vaccines.
What steps are we taking to ensure that we have these vaccines with us?
Professor Tomori, if, for example, the Oxford AstraZeneca, WHO has recommended 2 doses in terms of the dosage given intramuscularly with the interval of 8 to 12 weeks, what happens when someone takes it for longer, so longer than 3 months? Is it still potent?
Ideally, with vaccines, different issues can occur. The original discussion, I mean, when they did the clinical trials, was within 4 weeks, 3 weeks. But then they discovered that the longer you stay, about 10 to 12 weeks, you are more likely to develop a higher immunity. We don't know exactly what will happen beyond the 3 months, but definitely I have no fear that if you get it after the 3 months, you are likely to get a booster in immunity. You're not going to lose what is on there. You remember, for some of the vaccines, we take like 1 year after the vaccine before you get it. So I don't have any fear about that, whether you get it 3 months or 6 months after the infection. I mean, after your first dose.
Finally, do you agree with the health minister? At the Presidential Steering Committee briefing yesterday, he said the dreaded third wave of COVID-19 may appear to be leveling out. He says because there's been no catastrophic increases in infections and fatalities. Well,
from the data we have, you would say yes. But then you'll have to take in the context of the fact that of the 36 states that we have, on the average, only about 13, 14 are reporting. Are the others reporting? Are they testing? We don't know. And this is the issue. I mean, the argument is that if the people are falling sick, they come for tests. But then it is not those who are sick alone who are infected. There are people who are infected who do not show signs. And we need to know those ones. Those must be the dangerous people who are actually spreading the disease because they assume they're not spreading the thing all over the whole place. So until we have adequate testing, we're sure that all of the remaining 28 or whatever number of states that are not testing are actually testing. Then before we can say it appears that we are over the numbers will not be that catastrophic. It's possible, but you cannot say with confidence since only 1/3 of your states are reporting regularly.
Professor Yewale Tomori is a professor of virology. Thank you. Always appreciate your time on the program.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.